So, the last time we caught up with stand-up comedian, co-host of the Flagrant podcast Akaash Singh, things were not going very well for him. As for years, Akash had painted his home life as some sort of fairy tale, almost as if he had found the needle in the haystack and was married to the most pure woman he could ever imagine.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this, do you believe her?
But lately, Akash's worst nightmare has come true, and the internet has been collectively destroying both him and his wife Jasleen for the last calendar month. It's almost like a
They said old girl trying to go back and renege on what she been saying by deleting all the posts.
Akash is kind of just caught up in the rubble of her bad decisions, and now he has been embarrassed time and time again. Because not only did his wife reveal herself to be infatuated with both money and material possessions,
the best fucking part is like living with your best friend.
Also, it's like there's
who buys you designer shit.
But she also made several statements about her dating history before him that had people looking at her sideways.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
So now the audience has seen behind the curtain of this fairy tale, and the comments have been merciless. Granted, everyone comes with a past, everyone has baggage, but even in the current day, she was still thirsting over her friend's husband, who is essentially Akash 2.0.
And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
And since my last video on
Oh, so that was the friend's husband. Dang!
this topic, the Akash files have only gotten much worse. We have some more embarrassing clips resurfacing from the past. We have updates on Akash fleeing to Dubai.
Baby, look.
Her latest podcast episode where she attempts to dunk on her haters when the score is already 69-0.
Investing in your wife is the biggest ROI that you'll ever have. Investing in your wife is not a financial burden.
As well as a leaked on-stage response from the man himself to all the controversy.
These narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing.
But I feel like we should just start a little bit lighter here. First, the detectives of the internet did find her potential roster of white frat boys from her college.
And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
As well as more footage of her refusing to kiss him on camera, including the very day that the man proposed for the original time.
And this the thing, she can't get away with that type of behavior where she from. This is why a lot of people come over here.
Oh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Ah! Let's go ride a bike with my wife. Ah! My wife's real young. My wife's real small. Let's go to the beach and play with a beach ball. Praise Jesus God and my wife.
So as of right now, Akash is 0 for 2. He is batting 0 on proposal kisses. Which, if that is not telling to people of something, I don't really know what will be. Like, there shouldn't be a moment where a woman is not happier in regards to her relationship than when her guy is down on his knee ready to spend the rest of his life with her. Now granted, in the last video, we did discuss how Akash grew up with like zero confidence in himself. And I really do think that he is now seeing the effects of that in his personal life.
I was hideous.
Well, you're not a hideous guy.
Hey, you haven't seen me in high school.
Well,
Short,
what
fat,
happened?
Crooked teeth. I was just like a chipmunk.
Now fast forwarding to the current day, we had Akash going over to Dubai with his wife and his family, something I'm sure was planned long before this expose. And of course, she decided to document the entire thing on her TikTok page.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day in Dubai. I am getting a massage. Akash is a little tired, so he's gonna go stay sleeping. I have an appointment at Chanel, and I'm gonna run around the room because I'm so excited. I actually just ran around the room. We have zoomies. Look, babe.
And I really do think she's trying to make it like a point to stick it to her haters, calling out
All she care about is what people think about her, is what people see and how they view her. That's all she care about, which is a horrible way of living.
her questionable behavior online, as she makes several pieces of content revolving around spending money at luxury stores.
Is it too big on me? It's like a travel bag. It is like, it's a little big on me. I get what he's saying, but it's not like bad. Good that it matches so well. Because every time something matches, I need to buy it. Oh, the purple's nice. Yeah, I like this one. Sparkly. I love this. You have to come to Dubai to get the sparkly stuff. All right, I think I'll do this one.
And it is downright hilarious to see Akash in the background of these videos with his sullen expressions.
No smile.
I mean, down to the damn airport.
Usually he's smiling in the pictures. He ain't got no smile when he's spending that money, boy.
She was out here taking money from the Akash machine. And I just love how you got this Asian motherfucker in the background knowing he just hit the fattest lick from the Akash machine.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, guys, there is nothing inherently wrong with spoiling a woman, or really anyone for that matter. Hell, guys do it all the time for women they aren't even dating exclusively, tricking off their money.
Okay, so you've spent over $1 million on Corinna, and you've posted on your story, so I can say this. You haven't hit.
Damn.
Bro.
I just feel like the real problem comes with her overall attitude of like this general entitlement. Like, I'm not sure if it's a cultural thing or if this is like the path she always felt she was destined to walk, but it is beyond clear to me that she feels like she is like owed these gifts. And that is where we get to the response that she made on her return to her very successful podcast.
Also because like, where the fuck has chivalry gone? Yeah, where has chivalry gone? Like, why do these men who make $60,000 a year talking about gold diggers, you don't have any gold to dig. You don't have to worry. You don't even have to worry about it. It's like, bro, we're not even talking about you, because the guys that are actually in the 1% tax bracket, they want to do like the things that my husband and Nav are doing. They want to take care of women. They don't want us to be stressed. They want to be in our divine. They want us to be in our divine feminine energy.
Now, to be clear, most of the people she's talking about here, these red pill creators, are at the very least in the top 3% of earners in the country. I mean, a lot of y'all already know that I'm not like a red pill guy myself. In fact, I've spent a lot of time roasting these types of creators. But man, does she keep supplying them with more ammo than Reagan in the Iran-Contra affair.
She gets into this divine feminine energy, this divine feminine aura. In return, she starts taking care of you in a much better way. Investing in your wife is the biggest ROI that you'll ever have. Investing in your wife is not a financial burden.
And it's interesting that she talks about this like divine feminine energy when it is defined as the following: a spiritual and cultural concept representing nurturing, intuitive, and creative qualities, such as empathy, sensuality, and interconnectedness. When she has literally—
That's something you're supposed to automatically have. Like, why somebody got to spend their money for you to act the way you're supposed to act? That don't make no sense.
She admitted on multiple occasions that she doesn't do anything. She doesn't cook, she doesn't clean, she doesn't show this guy affection.
For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Jasleen. I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
I mean, she even admitted that she hates to celebrate this guy's birthday with him because she has to be nice to him for an entire 24 hours. And I guess that takes away from her sacred princess treatment.
May the 4th is Akash's birthday. And
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Yeah, and every year I dread it because I have to be nice the whole day, and I have to get him something. Listen, I'm just used to being treated like a princess all day, every day, so that one day that I don't—
Oh, what torture.
Yeah. I'm like a case in point example. Like, even before my husband really started making money, he always would find little ways to spoil me, even if it didn't cost that much in the beginning. And now, like, we've gone from like him buying me like AirPods or like Nike shoes to now like, you know, spending so much money at Miu Miu or Cartier or whatever. And I'm not saying that to be braggy. I'm saying that I've seen this principle like really, really work. And I truly believe that like a man that takes care of his wife is like blessed by the universe.
So she really—
Bro, I could not listen to her talk more than 3 minutes, bro. This is somebody who's clueless what's going on in today's society. I can't do it.
thinks in her head that Akash is only successful because he spoiled her in his personal life.
Behind every successful man
Is a woman.
Wait, what is it?
What's the saying? Is a great woman.
Oh.
That was anticlimactic.
Keep in mind, Akash claims he works over 320 days a year, and he has been grinding his comedy career for 20 years now. So to suggest that him spoiling her is the sole reason that the universe has provided him with monetary riches and fame is honestly beyond delusional. I mean, let's be honest, no one even knew who she was until around a month ago.
And so like when I was training my dog, this is no joke, I read
At the wedding, I wonder if all them traditional people know how she act. Because once they get a hold of this, oh man.
this dog training book, and it says in the book, like, the true alpha of the pack is not the dog that barks all the time, is super defensive, insecure. Like, those are the red pill guys. The true alpha of the pack is the calm one.
The quiet.
The like leads with dignity.
And not only does she have that dog trained, but she also has Akash on the very same regimen. Because he totally buys into this idea that he is forever indebted to her because she was with him when he was broke. And he says like she could have gone and married a doctor, but she stayed with him instead. And this is where his onstage response comes in, as Akash tells the crowd a little story from their past.
These narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing. So I'm going to tell one story that I have never even told her. Honestly, she has no idea of this story. My wife and I met in 2014. I was not making much money. I was getting $25 a night doing stand-up. I was on MTV shows that paid dog shit money. If she was a gold digger, I didn't even have 10 to get the bitch, to be honest. But then in 2018, I went flat fucking broke. 34 years old, I probably made $4,000 that entire year. And we couldn't even afford the living room we lived in New York City. We had to move out of that apartment and move to New Jersey. I had to save up money to move to New Jersey. So we had to stay on her friend's couch for almost a month. We were basically homeless for a month. So I could save money to move to New Jersey. And I remember the night before we went to the couch, we had to stay in our apartment illegally. Me and her sleeping on a hardwood floor. I'm 34 years old. She's 25 years old. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian who's a doctor, like a real Indian. You're a beautiful girl. You have so much ahead of you. Me, I don't know what my life is going to be. I'm 34. I'm fucking broke. This dream might not ever happen.
It's a reason why ain't them other people didn't want her, bruh. It's a reason why she stayed with you.
But I'm too fucking moronic to quit. And I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like October. We have nothing. So I hand her the jacket, and then she said, what's this for? I said, you can use it as a pillow. And then she goes, well, what are you going to use? And I said, I'll figure it out. She handed me back the jacket. She goes, you take this. And then she laid with her head on my chest and her arm around me the entire night. And I remember thinking in that moment, this is why I haven't shared this with her, because I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to marry this girl because I'm so broken. I'm in such a bad place and it's a dark fucking time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again. And I will never find a girl who rides for me this hard ever again.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
So yeah, I just think his attempted damage control was weak at best. Granted, I do not think that he plans on having this part of his set leaked. And on a more human level, I do feel bad for him still, like enduring this tsunami online. And there definitely is some merit in being with someone when they have nothing and staying with them through that. And I don't think it's necessarily wrong to like bask in the benefits when they do become successful. But like I said, the entitlement is just off the charts and she's out here saying all this wild shit. And I think she can't see that that is like the issue that most people have. That is why everyone is pointing and laughing in Akash's face. And in this last clip I have for you guys,
So when he was going through that little pause stage, she didn't have anything to bring to the table? Even the Bible tells you that a woman to go out and do woman's work. She couldn't go out and do anything. This is why she stayed with him, because he was the only one that would allow that. If she wasn't doing nothing but being broke with you, that's not riding. It takes two. Now she would pick up any slack, do anything around the house, anything. He ain't mentioned nothing that she was doing. This is why she couldn't go to any of the other Indians that he said, because he wanted the only ones that will allow that.
You will see exactly where her mindset is regarding finances, as she talks about the idea of a man asking for a prenup before marriage.
Is it just me, or is the idea of asking a girl to sign a prenup incredibly offensive? And only one way. Like, if I asked someone to sign a prenup because I had some like booming business, then I would be like, yeah, can you just sign this prenup because like I don't want to like lose all my money. But then like if a guy asked you to sign a prenup, I would be like, I would call off the wedding. Like I would literally call off the wedding.
You would have called off the wedding if I asked you to sign a prenup?
Yeah, like I'm not even joking.
I had no real ability to, since you were with me when I was broke.
So once again, it's like because she was with him when he was broke, Akash will forever remain her doormat.
You're a sexist. That's the thing.
I'm a feminist.
You. That's what we code it as, but you're a sexist.
And to be frank, most stand-up comedians are lucky if they make it by their mid-30s. Yes, there is this acceleration now because of podcasting, but even then the majority of successful men and women in the space have been grinding for 10 to 20 years before they see any monetary value.
It kind of just to me shows like, I don't know, like it's like kind of like you're not like you're already not being generous. In like as a man, you're already not being generous, and I feel like men should be generous.
And what should women do?
Be spoiled.
Okay. Where should they be generous?
With money.
No, where should women be generous?
Oh, like with tender love and care.
I don't think.
Well, I'm not saying I do it all.
There you go.
And if that clip right there does not tell the whole story, I don't know what will. But regardless, we all have our choices to make in life, and if the guy is happy to be like this, well, I guess who are we to tell him otherwise? After all, she really just sees all the backlash as just a bunch of like incel losers following the demands of their—
Hey, listen, only time will tell. You know what I'm saying? That now, I don't know if they intentionally leaked that clip of him saying, you know, giving his sob story of how she rolled with him when they was in a little apartment, they ain't had nowhere to go and all of that stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I need to see the footage. Cause for all I know, he could have just made that shit up. You know what I'm saying? But if she rolled with him, that's what's up. But if she was with him just to be there, just like be there and not add to help him and do anything, then for what? For what? You know what I mean? Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Link gonna be in the description. Big Cash signing out. Going, y'all.